You are watching Soulmongery's Soundwave Sunday. Operation Question and Answer. Initiate. Booyah.
Hello Autobots and Decepticons, my name is Soulmongery and I'd like to welcome you guys all to another Soundwave Sunday! So it's time for everybody's favorite thing, Q&A. Wait, that's the wrong series. Q&A! So let's jump right into the questions! Our first question comes from EO. Hey Mongery, what would you eat if you were lost in a jungle? Soundwave Sunday! Well, I'd start out with some protein, slugs, and then I'd have to, push that through, so I'd go for some fiber with the bark, and then I'd slowly work my way up to nutritious stuff like banana or coconut, and then I could put the lime in the coconut and see what happened. But other than that, I would probably just become feral or a savage and start destroying and hunting all the innocent little raccoons, squirrels, and chipmunks and eating them and whatnot. And if there's people around, I would make them hunt for me. Because it's always good to be a king. And once you show them your way of eating slugs and bark, you're guaranteed a spot at the top. Our next question comes from Good Skulls. Hey, Mongery, what is the worst game you've ever played? And this is an easy one. And I think I consider it the worst game I've ever played because I was really excited to bring it to you guys. And then it turned out just terrible. So I just stopped playing it. It's got to be the Transformers Beast Wars game, because that game was unplayable. It was so bad. And I'm talking about the one where it's like the campaign. Woo, that game I will never touch again in my life. That is for sure one of, if not the worst game I have ever played. Next question comes from Coltrane 41. Chugga chugga choo choo with the Coltrane. What's your opinion on Soundwave talking for the first time in Transformers Prime, the latest episode? I liked it. I loved it. It was exactly what I imagined, and he said what he had to say. Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior. And you know what? It would have been kind of funny if they would have had him be like a Valley Girl or something, like Soundwave is like superior, and the rest of you guys, like the Autobots, they're inferior. Or if they have him be like, I see, Autobots, you inferior. Soundwave, he's superior. Or maybe they give him the Clownwave voice. Hey, kids! Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior. Hey. But I'm happy they went with the classic and gave him his true voice. Reminded me of G1. It was nice. Next question comes from David Mora. Hey Mongery, are you ever going to play Fall of Cybertron again? Soundwave Sunday. And a lot of you guys have been asking me this, so I figured I would finally address this. Little disclaimer, my opinion is my opinion. And for those of you guys that go on the internet and change your opinion for whoever says something, don't do that. Formulate your own opinion with your own experiences. It's the best way to go. So with that being said, why don't I play Transformers Fall of Cybertron? And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. It's boring to me. The game, the multiplayer, just did not do it for me this time around. I loved Revenge of the Fallen. I loved War for Cybertron. I loved Dark of the Moon even more than I loved Fall of Cybertron at this point. Maybe because I did so many videos before the game even came out on it, and then the game came out and it kind of just disappointed me with just everybody having the barrel roll. It felt like you weren't a Transformer anymore, and don't get me wrong, I love Transformers to death, but playing that multiplayer, it just doesn't feel like a Transformers game to me. And that's kind of why I've kind of went away from it, and I'm doing the Road to Prime series on War for Cybertron, just because I love War for Cybertron a ton, and Fall of Cybertron is just something's missing from it so much that I just don't want to play it, and I haven't played it for months, in all honesty, and I don't have any desire to go back and play it right now. So only time will tell to see if I actually ever go back and play it, but who knows at this point. I'm just really bored of it, and if I do go back and play it, like right now with my personal opinion, I would probably just play Escalation because I had more fun playing Escalation with the iconic characters versus just some random made-up ones and everybody just barrel rolling all over the place. So I wish they would have just use the double ability. I think that would have made it less boring, and everybody else would have had two different unique ability towards their Transformer, because Transformers have unique things about them and they do all different things. Not one is alike, and for them to give everybody the same thing kind of just made it all boring, and especially with nobody having like a good variety of weapons or kill streaks in there. With a lack of variety and a lot of characters just doing the same stuff, it makes for kind of a dull experience. And that's my opinion. So I'm just giving it to you guys. I want it to be straightforward with you and be honest. And I really want my channel to be about fun no matter what game I'm playing. And in order to have fun, I gotta enjoy the game that I'm playing. So I definitely recommend, if you're just like playing one game out there, all you want to do is play one game, dabble into a couple other games, dip your toes in, because you would be surprised how much fun you have. Don't just stick with the same game over and over and over, because you're gonna eventually lose interest and become bored. It's good to have a variety in your life. There's tons and tons of different awesome games out there, so give them a try. You might enjoy something that you wouldn't think you would enjoy. Just a suggestion, and it's my Soundwave Sunday, so I can do that. Next question comes from Hunter D'Amato. What are your top 5 favorite Xbox 360 games? Soundwave Sunday 59. I just realized 59 episodes, that's a lot. But my top 5 favorite Xbox 360 games, this is a tough question because I don't know if you are asking for like multiplayer or like campaign or together. So I'm just going to go with the top 5 that I can think of off the top of my head at this moment. What are they? What could they be? That is a good question. You stop me here. I'm going to go Transformers Revenge of the Fallen numero 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with the Wolverine game. I love that game. I don't know why, but I thought that game just did a lot of things good, and it was like the best movie game, one of the best movie games I've ever played. Number 3, The Misadventures of P.B. Winterbottom, because I love pies, I love platformers, I love puzzlers, and I love it when games take a chance with a different artistic direction and it works. So, The Misadventures of P.B. Winterbottom, love you, love that guy in there, and I love the big pie because I just want to eat it all up. Num 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 num. Number 2 is Darksiders. Gotta go with Darksiders on this one. Had the most fun during the original Darksiders. The second one I didn't like because they changed a bunch of different things with the inventory and made it more like an RPG. But I love the original one. If you haven't played that game, I definitely recommend it. And number 1 has got to be War for Cybertron. Campaign, escalation, multiplayer, all great. I don't have to sell you guys on that one. You guys all know how good it was and is. Next question comes from DinkyBoy03. Hey Mungry, if you could have one game for PS4, what would it be, and who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Nice. 2 questions that I really want to answer. So PS4, out of all the games that I've seen, we're just going to keep it at that for now because I'm not going to like predict future games here. I would have to go with that Final Fantasy, that new one. I don't even know what the numbers are on it. Roman numerals are hard to read, but it's the Final Fantasy with all that action going on, like, because that game has been in development for years and it looks amazing. I cannot wait to get my hands on an action Final Fantasy. I've always wanted that. I've always thought, you know what, these guys make a good game, they make a good story, but sometimes the RPG just gets old to me. And with the action in there, I'm hoping for a great epic adventure, and I can't wait to play that and probably bring it to you guys as well on the PS4 because I am getting the PS4 as soon as it comes out. And my favorite Ninja Turtle when I was younger was always Raphael. I love the color red, and I liked him kind of being like the rugged one and always getting into brawls. But nowadays, I'm going to have to go with a tie between Raphael and Michelangelo because Mikey, he's just a funny guy, and you got to love Mikey. Mikey's a great one. So I cannot wait to play that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game either. The cartoon is epic. Definitely recommend watching that as well if you have not. Next question comes from Jernia Payne. Sorry if I screwed up your name. Hey Mungry, do you think Optimus and Megatron will have a final showdown in Transformers Prime Beast Hunters? And do you think Optimus will finally destroy Megatron? I do. And I hope so. Because there needs to be some sort of closure to the series because we all know it's over. And if they kind of just send them away to a different planet or like a different dimension, I'm going to be kind of sad. I want there to be an epic battle, and I want Prime to pummel Megatron. I want him to rip out his optics. Just because, Megatron, you're a big fat meanie, and I mean that to you. And Optimus, he's the coolest. We all know that. So I'm hoping for a final showdown. And I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't because there have been some crazy awesome action in the latest Transformers Prime. I love that scene with Wheeljack and Ultra Magnus fighting the Predaking. That was just an epic battle. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have up their sleeves with future episodes. Next question comes from Hellgates1. Hey Mungry, what will happen to Bro Bros after you and Eric finish all the games you have on that channel? Well, that's going to be a long time from now because you have no idea how many videos we recorded, and I've been editing those like crazy. I edit those like really, really hard, and I put a lot of like pictures, funny things in there for you guys to check out. And I'm hoping that we can get more views on that channel, more subscriptions, more likes, more shares, and even on my channel, I would love to get more of that stuff because that means I can bring you guys more videos, and it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing, which is entertaining you guys and also just showing you guys different games and sharing with you, I guess, my personality, which is very fun for me, and I love hearing all the comments, all the feedback, and all that stuff that you guys do helps me. I would be nothing without you for this channel or Bro Bros. And I love Bro Bros a lot. I love that channel. I hope it never dies, but we definitely need more views, more likes, more favorites, more shares, and everything like that for that to keep going in the future, because we're both planning on using any revenue that we get from that channel to be able to travel to each other's houses. And I live in Wisconsin, he lives in Arizona, and we need to be together to be able to do those videos, especially the old ones, which are the most fun. And if you ever have a chance to sit down with a good friend, play video games, you don't necessarily have to record it, but just banter and talk back and forth, side by side on a couch or 2 chairs next to each other, do it, because there's nothing like that. And nowadays, not too many people get to do that anymore because of the online and the virtual networks all out there, but there is nothing like sitting next to a friend and sharing a laugh. So definitely do that if you get the chance. Check out Bro Bros if you get the chance to. We would definitely appreciate it. Next question comes from Squirrel Bro. Hey Mungry, when a Transformer scans a new vehicle, isn't that technically stealing? I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Personally, I think it is yes. Soundwave Sunday, number 59. I think it is no, because they're not technically stealing that piece of material. They're just taking a picture of it. It would be like saying that you taking a picture. Well, actually, that's totally different still. Transformers can do what they want, okay? They're big machines. No one's messing with them. Squirrel Bro, you got me stumped on this one, but I'm going to say no because they don't actually physically take that car or plane or whatever it is they're scanning. Next question comes from Pixar Prime 10. Top of the morning, Mungry. Do you like Sonic the Hedgehog games? If so, which one is your favorite? Oh, and could you ever do playthrough of Sonic game? That would be a total booyah. Soundwave Sunday number 59. Alright, who can resist Soundwave Sunday? Alright. A lot of stuff going on in that question, but I'll get to the meat of it. Sonic the Hedgehog, love those games. Used to play with my neighbor back in the day when I was young. We had Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and you would combine them together because they had the open top. That was my favorite combo, and it would be like one game all together. So that is for sure my favorite one. And I don't know if I'll ever do a playthrough on Sonic games because I know Sega is very quick to give out copyright strikes. So that would be the one thing holding me back from doing Sonic games. Let me know if you guys know anything about that or if they stopped doing that, because I heard they were pretty bad with that before. Otherwise, if they stop doing that, I could see myself doing some Sonic games in the future. And our last question comes from Elvin Bajordan. Sandwich! Ah! Had to throw in a scare there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this Soundwave Sunday. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comments below. Check out Bro Bros and have a great, grand, beautiful, wonderful Soundwave Sunday, everyone.